Hello there. Once again, this is Anton from Anton Bay. Thank you for stopping by the collection room. It's Sunday morning, so we're going to do a short box of comics. I finished my coffee already. We are done with long boxes. We hate them. And so we're putting everything in short boxes. And as some of that's been done, some of it hasn't, we are organizing things as we go somewhat. But mostly we're seeing what's in each long box or short box because it's a mess. When you transfer all of your comics from one thing to another, nothing ever fits right. It's a pain. Anyway, this box looks to was mostly AC Comics. And so it starts off with this Femme Fantastic, and this bag is terrible. But you got a Betty Page pinup, you got Rad, you got Dragonfly. AC did some great stuff. I love AC Comics. Untold Origins of Femforce. I know I've looked at this one a couple times. I've looked at probably all of these a couple times. Big Femforce fan. Fan of what AC does in general. This one's Sentinels of Justice, and it's guest starring the Femforce. And usually when they guest star in a book, they kind of take it over, but... And it should be said, if you haven't noticed, there is a little bit of a cold going on. But we'll power through. AC Comics, Savage Jungle Beauty, The Cave Girl. This is one I buy whenever I see, and that's been about 3 or 4 times. It's something I do grab multiple copies of, just because it's got an iconic cover. It's a reprint of stuff from the 40s, and I love that kind of book. And that is one of the things that really got me into AC, is because that's what AC does a lot of, is reprints. Scarlet Scorpion, number 6. Specifically reprints of stuff I can't get. Like this Jungle Girls comic. This features Nyoka, Terra, and the Cave Girl. Probably the same story, so it's a reprint. But I think I did a video on those recently. They usually come with like one new story and then like 2 or 3 reprint old stories. Phase 1 Phasers. Very odd book by AC. Basically all of your heroes kind of like, they come apart or something. It's very, very interesting. We got Good Girl Art Quarterly. It just says fall. It doesn't say what year or what issue, and that's because it was quarterly. It came out once a season. You'd have fall, summer, winter. Let's see. I don't even see a season on this one, but it's Good Girl Art Quarterly. Features Choo Choo, Torchy, and Sky Girl. And I'm lucky enough to have 2 copies of that. Hikey cover. This one is Winter 1992, issue number 7. Kind of gives you a reference to where we're at in time. Good Girl Art. Catfight Capers, stuff from the 40s. I always thought, look at the font. If I can get it without a glare. Yeah, just some of their word font was weird that they used inside the books. Not your typical comic font, but... Good Girl Art Quarterly, Winter again. Looks like we got Dragonfly, one of the Cave Girls, Terra definitely, members of the Femforce going on. One of my favorite covers from the whole thing. This yellow-handed guy is disgusting, but it's a giant picture of Garganta. One of my favorite of the big girls, because she's like the reluctant monster big girl. Good Girl Art number 10. You got Miss Mask, Sky Gal, Torchy, Phantom Lady. And that's a great superhero costume, the whole red cake thing. Donkey's Anyone, issue number 11. We got Yankee Girl. Treats the Femforce. I always thought, like, this one, Buckaroo Betty, it's just straight up Betty Page in like a Western outfit. So, of course you want that. Issue number 12. Good Girl Art Quarterly. We've got Adventure number 2. Adventure number 1. Can switch those in order. Sky Gal #1. I've got, I think, 2 copies of this. And I will try to get them anytime I can, because Sky Gal is a funny one and a good one to find. It's an excellent reprint from a time that you're not going to find an actual one in print, like, for a reasonable price. They're hard to find. Night Vale #6. Recently came to terms with the fact that I have the whole Night Vale series except for issue #1. And that's lame. We have Femforce Fright Book #1. With a very creepy, perpy looking Frankenstein's monster. I think his name in this is actually Frankie. And he is horrible. He kills someone's dog. That's the worst. The Further Adventures of Nyoka, the Jungle Girl. And I think I have 3 issues of that. I know there was 4, but I don't think I have all of them. But these are old reprint covers from the TV series starring Irish McCalla. So that was like a serial that ran, you know. First, full color first issue. Sorry, words. Femforce Up Close, starring the Night Vale. Femforce Up Close was just like strong solo type stories of the team of Femforce. We got Dragonfly, even though I don't think she was actually a member. You get the She-Cat issue in issue #4. Savage Jungle Beauty, Amazon Warriors. Issue #1. The Mighty Thunder, King of the Congo. It's a fantastic cover. That lady flying that bird. Femforce House of Horror #1. Another issue of Femme Fantastique, which I should probably put with the other one. AC Comics Annual Vault of Heroes, issue #3. Looks like you got kind of a little bit of everyone, because you got Iron Jaw, Yankee Girl, Miss Victory, American Crusader, Jet Girl, and Rocket Man, all plastered on your corner. Another Untold Origins of. Because here's the thing. When you see a Femforce comic or an AC comic in the wild, a back bin or whatever, just buy it, because they're hard to find. They're usually quite expensive if you try to order them regularly. So, Femforce Pinup Portfolio. I don't know why words are hard today, but they are. I don't think I have another one of those. Femforce Western Jam. This is issue #7. Looks like they're bouncing into the Western scene. Pinup Portfolio Volume 2, which I am going to put next to the other one. Another horror book combo. A lot of these were one-shots back in the day. I think it's a regular series now, but it's Femforce House of Horrors, issue #1. The Miss Victory Special Color, issue #1. Another Femme Fantastique. That's 3 of those now. Put them all together. If I'm not organizing it, what's the point? And we'll see. I want to know how many of those I have now in this box. Sentinel of Justice, issue #6. Not a lot of male-led teams, but there is a few. The Untold Origin of Miss Victory, which I thought was what the other one that we just saw was. We got another Cave Girl. We're going to throw that next to the other Cave Girl. I'm going to see how many of them are in here. I thought I had maybe 2 issues of that. I'm thinking it's looking more promising. Hey. AC Comics miniseries Rada, Thy Siberian Connection, a Femforce special. I'm trying to figure out, because I have 1, 2, and these are amazing covers on these. They're not quite as bright and colorful, but they are fantastic. And I've been trying to figure out, are these actually part of the Femforce series? And I don't know. I've seen it listed that way sometimes, and I'm like, I thought that was a mini series. No, that's regular issues. I found a web page one time that listed this as one of the worst comic covers they've ever seen. I don't know what they're thinking. You've got Fat, Angry. To me, it looks like John Byrne. John Byrne attacking the Femforce. Yeah. Issue number 4. I didn't think it looked bad. AC's Fighting Female Team. This is Femforce number 2. I don't love this heading up here. I think it kind of wonkies up the cover. Femforce number 3. I'm going to put these in order because here is a copy of Femforce number 1. I have a couple different copies of Femforce number 1, and I think I have one that's signed by everybody too. I'm pretty pleased with that. Looks like we have another Femforce number 1. So I got 2 of those in this box, and this box does not contain my Femforce run, so I know there's at least another number 1 somewhere. Femforce special, 52 pages. The big Nazi lady on the front there, Lady Luger. AC Comics Soldiers of Freedom. I always question when they do like a yellow themed cover. It just looks kind of mousy. AC Comics Annual Vault. We already saw this one come up. Of course, now I'll never find it in the box. There it is. We'll put those 2 together. So there's duplicates because it is a kind of a miscellaneous AC box. She-Cat number 1 in her own mini-series. Curse of the She-Cat number 1, a different mini-series. She-Cat Wanted for Murder number 2. Femforce issue number 14. This is an extra one I have, but it's a beautiful cover. Everybody's in glass tubes, and I like that. That's like a thing that is such a throwback to old comics. It's everybody being in glass tubes. Now we have up another Untold Origin of Femforce, because like I said, when I see these, I buy them. So that means I got 2 of them now. Drop those in. Femforce issue number 75. It's a weird kind of paint covers by Rad with Rad in it. And it's a Gorby cover, it looks like. Gorby from Heike. Collabed. They also did their covers. They ran a different cover on them, like a finishing process. I had Brad Gorby in a comment describe what they did one time, but I cannot remember what they did to make them look that way. But there was a phase where they looked really cool like that. 3 of 3 Stardust of the Femforce issue number 67. This is Femforce issue 67. I think issue 66 was the very first issue of Femforce I ever found or located. Femforce issue number 22. This bag is looking a little rough. All these bags are. I should probably ditch them. Femforce number 6. Classic cover I see a lot of is Femforce number 21. She's back, Pretorius Rex. It's rad. Femforce number 61, just because it looks so vintage. Bill Black's Fun Comics, issue number 4. So Bill Black is the guy behind all of AC Comics. I mean, forever. He has since retired, and now it's being run by Mark Heike. I got all that from Brad Gorby's comments. He tells me about the company. Which, by the way, Gorby, I love this cover. This is one of my more favorite covers. Another issue number 14. This is Bill Black. Bill Black has a way of drawing ladies that's just fantastic. They're never overly muscular. They're smooth and beautiful, and he does really good girl art. I was mauled by Aqua. One of the sillier Femforce covers, in my opinion. Issue number 68. One of my all-time favorite comic book covers of all time. This is in my top 5. This is Femforce issue number 5, Attack of the 50-Foot. And it's an homage cover to Attack the 50-Foot Woman, which is a great giant monster movie. And subsequently, most of its spoofs are pretty good as well, if you're into that thing. Her head is a little bit oversized. Maybe her head is slightly large for the body. But this is a beautiful cover, and I absolutely love it. Chic Cat all huge, tearing stuff up. Issue 64, you got Terra and Giganta both on your cover. Good stuff. Another Miss Victory special. Which makes me want to find the other one. Huh, just looking there. I found another Untold Origin of Femforce. Now I have 3 of those. And this Miss Victory, I know we have another one. We don't have to find it right now, but I want to. There we go. 2 Miss Victories. They can go up in the front with the rest of our victory, with our multiples. We'll piece it all together. This is one of the grosser covers ever. Walls of Flesh. It's like an actual living building where they get digested in it. Dragonfly number 1. Dragonfly number 2. Dragonfly number 3 with Stardust. Dragonfly number 4 with ants all over the cover. Dragonfly 5. So I got the whole set of Dragonfly, I'm sure of it. Dragonfly 6. I think it ran 9 issues. Dragonfly 7. 8. Actually, no, that might be it, because then I go back to 4. I think that's it, because I know I have a whole series. That's probably it. Bad Girl Backlash. Women Do It Their Way. Femforce issue number 1 is what this is, or this book. I don't know when this came out, but AC Comics was known for making good girl art, and in the 90s we hit a spot where we all became obsessed with bad girl art, or some of us did. I was somewhat. We have Priority White Heat, issue 2 of 2. I don't think I have the first one. Here we have Back from the Future. It's Stormy Tempest, Femforce, issue number 144. That probably needs to be in my Femforce box. As well as the Yesterday Syndrome, because this is actually it's the Yesterday Syndrome 1, 2, and 3, but it's also Femforce 101, Femforce 102, and Femforce 103. Right after their issue 100, they broke into a couple of different little series like that. Return from the Ashes, issue 104. Another Gorby Heike cover. It's got Iron Jaw on the front there. Femforce 203. They're still making it, by the way. So, if you want to go out and get that, you sure can. Issue 100, Black Gorby and Heike. I was never super impressed with the issue 100. Like, I feel like it could have been a more cooler cover. This is issue 99. I think it's because I don't really like the side panel. I love the top stuff done. They were switching it up to kind of look different. We have issue 98 featuring Vincent Price on the cover. I mean, it's not the Vincent Price, but it's pretty much Vincent Price. Issue 97 of Femforce. I feel like those should probably... I am going to set these outside of that, because those need to go in my Femforce box. Femforce Up Close number 5. Looks like this series got a little mixed up in here, which I'm going to have to dig out. Femforce Up Close number 6. Femforce Up Close number 7. I think this ran 12 issues, was how long the series ran. Up Close number 8, the one with all the nasty, weird worm covers. We have Black Diamond, Sybil Danning. So Sybil Danning was an actress who played Black Diamond in one of their cheesy movies or whatever it was. But they just drew her in the comic. So it is in fact her. But it ran through 5 issues, and I think there was a couple of different series. Not my favorite thing, and I need to probably track down the film just for the sake of it. But oddly enough, in this box, there's also a collection of very tiny comics. AC did this a couple of times. So we have Sentinels of Justice number 1. And to put it in context, here's how small these are. These are like half-size little tiny books, but they're not uniformly sized. You got Sentinel of Justice, starring the original Avenger. World War III, It Could Happen. Wings number 2. This is I love this cover. You'll see this reprinted various different places. It's an older comic. Femforce Timelines number 1. Little tiny comic book. And then even one of the standard issues in Femforce was a smaller size issue. So it went from comic, small comic, back to regular comics. And Sentinels of Justice number 3. Quite the fancy cover there. And that's... oh, I got a couple more. Okay, these are not ACs. This is... who publishes it? Fantico. Tom Simonson's Amazon Woman, which is a beautifully painted cover. They are in my AC box. I don't know that they should be, though. Amazon Women number 2. You see, she's... I mean, the paint on these is fantastic. These are like comedy books, and they're black and white inside. They're pretty goofy. I love that dinosaur. And yeah, Curse of the Amazon number 4. It was like a 4-part miniseries. I think there was a couple different series of them. But they are labeled mature reader. If I remember right, they were just stupid. Like dumb comedy inside. So I found them enjoyable. So I got those. I got these Femforces that need to probably go in a different box. And that's it. And that's it. Lid's on. All right, well, that's a box of almost 100% AC comics. There was 4 in there that were not, that I just saw at the bottom over here. They kind of fell over to the side. Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate anybody who spends the time with me on a Sunday morning to go through comics. Enjoy your hobby. Enjoy your weekend. I will catch you guys later.